All right, the segment we do every Wednesday with the great Bill O'Reilly. What did the Chinese say? May you live in interesting times. Bill O'Reilly, I think this qualifies as one of the most interesting times in the history of the United States. Just a great time to be talking about politics. What say you?
Well, I'll give you some bullet points on the Mueller stuff today if you want, Wayne. Let's start with the fact, and it is fact. This was very unfair. What Special Counsel Mueller did today was really unfair. And here's why. He was charged and paid for by we the people to investigate alleged wrongdoing. Two areas he had to try to get to the bottom of. One, whether Russia got into the United States and tried to influence the presidential election. He did that. The answer is yes. And he provided evidence, clear evidence, that the Russians, under the leadership of Putin, tried to influence our election. So, first charge, no problem. Second charge was, did anybody in the United States help the Russians and or cover up that help? First question is, no. He could find, Robert Mueller, after 2 years, could find no one in the Trump campaign or anywhere else help the Russians try to subvert our election. But on the obstruction of his investigation, Mueller's investigation, he waffled. Okay, Mueller waffles, and here is where the unfairness comes. It is his duty, legal duty, to state the evidence that he has. So let me give it to you really vivid. Robert Mueller did not state any evidence in his entire almost 500-page report whereby he referred impeachment charges against President Trump, whereas Ken Starr had 11 separate examples against Bill Clinton. Mueller, 0 referrals, Starr, 11. Second, Mueller, instead of saying that, says, but I can't clear Donald Trump of obstruction. So we can't say he didn't do it. That's not our system, Wayne. That's a violation of due process.
Right.
Okay, number one, you are innocent until proven guilty.
Correct.
And number two, if there is no evidence to charge you with a crime, you're innocent too. It's not like you walk out of the courtroom and the judge goes, well, we can't get you now, but we still think you did it, so we're going to bring you back and bring you back and bring you back and bring you back. You can't do that. So when Mueller came up with his notes and his 8-minute speech, and he looked shaky to me, looked tense, what he did was, it was all about Mueller. It wasn't about the country, wasn't about his investigation. It was all about Mueller. Mueller was basically saying, look, I didn't get it. I didn't find it. But that's not to say he didn't do it. So you, Congress, you should look at him. But I'm going. I'll see you later. Boy, that was unfair. Wasn't that unfair?
It was unfair, and I want to bring up one more because you pointed out he absolutely clearly found that there was no collusion by Trump or the Trump campaign on the Russian attempts to subvert the election. Once you find that there were false charges against Trump and that a crime never existed in the first place, how can there even be obstruction? You're bringing up a charge for something that was obstructed for something that never happened. How is that a crime anyway?
Legally, it's possible. All right, it's possible if you read the law of obstruction of justice, if you do something illegal, even if there is no underlying crime, there are two areas that Mueller highlighted. One, the firing of James Comey. But Mueller couldn't say that was obstruction because you know what's going to happen in the next few weeks? Comey himself could very well be indicted. on a felony.
Correct.
And if Trump had not fired, that would have been the dereliction of duty on Trump's part. And number two, the lawyer McGahn. And I have no doubt that Donald Trump vented, oh, you got to get rid of this guy. Oh, we got to do something about that. I know Trump. That's what he does. He vents. And he was frustrated and angry about this whole Russian thing, right? But that's not a crime.
Right.
You have to do it.
Right.
Okay? That's all Mueller cites in his report. And he doesn't even have evidence that the venting took place. He thinks it might have. Well, I'll tell you this. It did. And finally, and here's the crusher, if Robert Mueller has evidence that Donald Trump committed a crime and doesn't state it, then you can charge Robert Mueller with obstruction of justice. He can be charged with a felony.
Right.
So if he had it, he damn well would have put it in that report, but he did not.
So he caused more trouble on the way out the door. He left it all ambiguous and said it's up to Congress.
Yeah,
he hinted there still was a problem.
He wants the swamp to like him. He wants the swamp to like him.
Right.
And he knows the swamp hates Trump. He doesn't want to be condemned by the swamp. And that's why he did what he did, in my opinion.
All right, last couple of questions, because we're going pretty long, but I got to ask you, I was the Libertarian vice presidential nominee in 2008. I was the presidential ticket. I almost won the presidential nomination, missed out, chosen to be the VP. And I left the Libertarian Party after that because of people like Justin Amash. I am so angry at Justin Amash. My dislike for him, Bill, is far stronger than my dislike for any liberal like Maxine Waters, because he's a supposed Republican and he's lying through his teeth. The Libertarian Party, to me, was a party of people that wanted open borders and hated Israel and wanted to lose. They had no interest in ever winning. That's what Justin Amash suffers from. He hates Trump because Trump's a winner and he's winning, and Justin Amash is never going to be president of the United States. I think he's a bitter, jealous fool. What say you?
I don't know him. I know nothing about him other than, based upon what he has said so far, it looks like he's playing to his crowd in Michigan. So he's trying to solidify his congressional district. It looks to me to be politics. But you know what, Wayne? He's so insignificant. He matters not in this country. I just go, okay, that's what you want to say? Okay, you don't mean anything.
And by doing this, he's attracted a primary challenger who's a very powerful Republican state senator in Michigan. I'm going to give my money to that challenger because I want this guy out of there. Bad news, traitor to the Republican Party. We all know there was no Russian collusion, so why is he after Trump, the only Republican? Anyway, Bill O'Reilly, we got to run. We enjoy your insights today, as always, right on the money. Thank you, Bill.
Okay, thank you.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing news channel, now in 65 million homes. Get Newsmax TV on all the major cable systems, or go to NewsmaxTV.com and click on the Find Newsmax tab to locate us. Remember, Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.